Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Blondest Podcast. I'm your host, Savanna Boda.
I'm your co-host, Tyler Jacoby.
And we're so excited to be back here on another beautiful Monday with you guys. Today, we're going to be talking all about travel skincare tips, which is my favorite because it's travel season, baby. It is summer. It is time to go catch a flight, not feelings, and, just party your little hearts out or relax, whatever kind of vacation you're in for. So skincare on vacation can be tricky, right? Because it depends on what climate you're going to. Is it going to be snowing? Is it going to be hot? Are you going to a rainforest? Are you going to be backpacking Europe? Are you going to be staying at a fancy resort? Is the water good quality? So there's a lot of things that come into consideration when traveling. So here are some just general travel tips, and I will go through all of them with you guys. Number one, let's start with what to wear on your skin on the plane. Okay, so you don't want to wear makeup on the plane. I really don't recommend it just because it can clog your pores. The air quality on the plane isn't great. It's just stuffy in there.
If you need to look slay when you get out of the airport,
do your makeup like the last 30 minutes of the flight.
Bring your makeup with you. Have a little handheld mirror and do it on the plane. Or, even better, use Savanna's SPF makeup routine.
Yeah, that's the best way. But you always want to use antioxidants when you're on the plane. You always want to use a pigment inhibitor on the plane. And of course, sunscreen, especially if you're flying and the sun is still out. Super important. Even if your window is shut, if you're opposite neighbors, like if you're ABC and the D, E, F hoes have their little...
You better have your window shut.
Yeah, have your window shut. Also, pro tip too, and people might think, like, I'm not paying more money for a window seat to keep it shut, but bitch, I would.
I don't think you have to pay more money.
Well, someone said that to me when I gave that skincare tip. They're like, I'm not paying money for a window seat to keep it shut. Well, maybe it's just money in general.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, the window seat's the best seat, one, because I like the wall. I like security. I feel safer. Like, for me, like, I miss my bed. Like, when my, teenage room, my bed was pushed against the wall, and, I slept on that side of the bed because I felt safe. Like, it's, a security thing. And so I feel like I just like walls. I like to be next to a wall.
If you're tall, the window seat is not the move. The aisle seat is the move.
Why?
Because you can stretch out your leg into the aisle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've never had that issue because I'm 5'3".
And also, I like to stay hydrated when I'm on the plane.
I do not piss on a plane.
And I can stand up.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Yeah, I hate making people get up. So
would rather pee myself than pee on a plane.
I get to stand up. Honestly, Paul can attest. That is a struggle in and of itself to stand up and pee on the plane. That's why women should not be on the plane.
Because it's all over. You're just there's a bump and you're just like...
No, literally. Yeah,
peeing everywhere. Oh, no.
But, yeah, so... I'm an aisle boy.
I'm a window girly. And keep that window shut, bitches, okay? Because you get more UV damage in the air than you do on the ground.
I believe that.
You're closer to the sun. And those rays, man, they're just coming through. Pilots have more risk of skin cancer than any other profession.
I see it. They don't get to close their window. God, I hope they don't close their window.
Please don't close your window if you're a pilot.
Yeah, so. And
then the Hyacin Active Spray is the best thing to travel with because it's hand sanitizer for your face. And if you forget your hand sanitizer, I've even used it on my hands. Yeah. It's that hypochlorous acid. So good to spray.
Use it on your baby's hands?
Baby's hands, your hands, wounds,
also,
anything.
Airports are gross.
Gross.
The amount of people that go through there, and I'm sorry, but we all know.
They don't clean it.
But we also all know that there's a very wide spectrum of people's hygiene, and the airport gets all walks of life.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
yes.
It's a dirty place to be.
If you don't shower before your flight, you're a piece of shit.
I feel like it's more often that people don't than they do.
If you fart on a plane, jail. Okay, I don't care how bad you have to fart. Fucking hold it for 3 hours. I don't care. Rude.
Or go to the bathroom.
Don't even do that.
If you have to.
If you spray perfume on a plane, criminal. If you wear perfume, a lot of perfume on a plane, also criminal. If you eat any kind of fish or stinky food on a plane,
oh my gosh,
immediately incarceration.
Like when people go to like the airport restaurants and get food and then immediately like get it to go and bring it on the plane. I'm like, no, get here early.
You have to have a dry snack. Like, I'm sorry. It's like goldfish or nothing. Like, eat a chip.
I'm 100% with you on that. That's the worst.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd rather someone fart than bring food onto the plane.
Right.
I'm not even joking. The fart will dissipate quicker.
Yeah. What else should you not do on a plane? Jail time. I'm trying to think.
Oh my gosh, take your shoes off. Like if you have but I'm saying like I have a picture. One time I was flying.
The dogs are out.
I was flying to Boston and I was also in first class. And this person took off his shoes, full feet, like gross looking feet. He was in row 1 and he just had it perched up on the wall.
Why is that some shit I would do?
So I was disgusted. It came up in my time hop the other day because like I took a picture of it and I was like, this is the most disgusting thing ever.
The grossest thing I've seen was the guy behind my mom on a plane had dandruff and he was like scratching and his head was like, he was tall, so his like head went over the thing. He was scratching it. It was like snowing in front of my mom. Like,
oh, he was in front. You said behind.
Yeah, it was like, he was like scratching it and all of his dandruff was just snowing down towards us. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that.
Anyways, traveling, it's rough. It's rough. But okay.
You like your sheet mask?
Sheet mask on a plane is good too. Yep.
Epicutis, right?
Yeah, like the Epicutis sheet mask is amazing. It has the tetramethyl hexadecyl succinyl cysteine complex from Epicutis. It's really good. Paul's impressed by that. Paul's our podcast guy.
Yeah, we can see him through the window.
Paula. This is alter ego. But yeah, when you get off the plane, I try to wash my face as soon as possible. I try to wash my whole body
shower
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Nasty. And then I always like to do some sort of clarifying mask treatment or something to deep clean my pores, like a peel pad, the detox scrub from Skin Better, or the oxygen facial wash, which I already love and use. But I just think it's really important to really just, clean those pores out because your pores are exposed to all of the horrors of the plane and we don't trust them or their hygiene or the air that's circulating around the airplane. It's gross.
Yep.
Also, if you're going to a tropical vacation, guys, this is one of my biggest travel tips and skincare tips in general. Phytophotodermatitis is a real thing and you could be the next victim this summer, so stay wary. What is phytophotodermatitis? This is basically the margarita burn is what its claim to fame is. But this is when you eat any kind of citrus, fruits, in the sun. And it can happen to people and kids. I've seen like 3rd-degree burns on children that are eating like a citrus fruit or like a lime or something on their mouth and they go get in the sun. And then the citrus sitting on the skin reacts with the sun and it will cause literally 3rd-degree burns on you.
It happened to you.
Yeah, on my lips. And it was when I was pregnant too, so my sensitivity was heightened and I was drinking virgin mojitos. And since like everyone's like save the turtle movement, there's no straws anywhere in Mexico. So that was also the issue. Is usually when you have a straw, you're like that.
Yeah.
But when you're drinking, it's getting all over your lips, especially your top lip and bottom lip. And so I was drinking like mojitos with limes, lots and lots of limes, and sitting in the sun. And my lips got 3rd-degree burns and blisters. They were wrecked for like a month and a half. And it was so gross. They were like pus blisters and they'd pop and then like pus would get in my mouth. It was so gross, you guys. Okay. It was really gross. And it was painful. I couldn't eat anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, Cyrus was starving.
And Cyrus was a hungry boy.
And he was a hungry boy. Like I could not eat anything because my lips hurt so bad.
They were really bad.
It was so bad. That was one of the worst things I've done.
Yeah, it is.
It was actually terrible. So be really careful. A lot of bartenders too that work outside in the summertime and they're making drinks. Make sure you're protecting your hands or washing them because the lime juice on your hands from making drinks and being in the sun, you can also get 3rd-degree burns on your hands that way. And then of course, just be really careful with your kiddos in the sun and citrus. Like that's a really big deal.
Slay.
I have more, but I can't remember them on the top of my head. So let's look. Oh, sunscreen for reapplying is super important to bring on vacation, something that's compact and easy and that you don't have to like use your hands to get all dirty because like you don't know like where you're going to be and if your hands are dirty, there's not like access to a sink right away. So I like the Sun Better Compact. They have sheer and tinted. So if you don't like tinted, there's a sheer translucent version. It goes over makeup. So this is really easy to reapply your makeup without like getting your hands all like lotiony and dirty and like ruining your makeup throughout the day. So that's super, super important.
Because the thing I love and the thing I hate about the Skin Better lotion is that it is water resistant. And when they say it's water resistant, they mean it's water resistant. Like
It's hard to wash it off your hand.
You need soap to get it off your hands. Like what you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like after you use the Sun Better, especially the tinted version, like you have to have soap when you are washing it off. So like the compact or the stick or whatever you're using to reapply is like a godsend, because if you don't have, like if you're on the beach, you don't want to walk all the way. She's all like giddy over here and I don't know why.
Because the questions are spicy now.
Oh, we missed the good ones.
Yeah, we have to answer some on the next episode.
We can answer some at the end of this episode.
Okay, they're spicy.
Okay. You know, if the people listen, then they'll get to the juicy stuff.
Okay.
That's their reward.
The reward? It's still like juicy.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, compact. Necessary. Especially if you're using Skin Better.
Oh, yeah.
Or anything. I hate when my hands, because like, it's not that sunscreen's greasy, but I just don't want it on my hands. Yeah. I have like me personally, I have like a phobia of things on my hands.
Textures. You're weird about textures of stuff.
I can't touch raw meat. I can't touch I have to have gloves for so many things.
Yeah.
Because if I feel invincible when I have gloves on. Like I can marinate meat. I can do anything. Like I feel like I could rule the world when I have gloves on.
Really?
But I hate things on my hands.
In your straight days, would you like put gloves on to like finger someone?
Okay, that's moving on. Thank you, Paul.
That was just a question. You don't have to answer. Okay, moving forward, stock up on travel size skincare products, because you don't want to take your full size stuff, because what if your baggage gets lost? 1. 2, it just sucks to haul all of that around. It takes up so much suitcase space. I travel with full sizes because I work when I'm on vacay and stuff, and I like to have pictures of like my actual full size products. But on vacays where I don't work, which is never, but like short trips. Like when I went to Face Reality, I didn't bring the Face Reality trip I went on, I didn't bring any full-size products. I should talk about that on a podcast episode. I didn't talk about that trip yet. Side thought. I can do it real quick.
Okay.
It was fun. There's not much else to say.
I should talk about that. It was fun.
It was fun. I love being a Face Reality ambassador. If you guys didn't know, I was the very first ambassador, and now it's a group of 18 people. So it's really cool to see how the program has grown and to meet all of the other estheticians. It was just so fun. It felt like a sorority. I never been in a sorority, and I didn't really have like a good experience on like high school drill team because they all bullied me. Yeah, all of you are bitches. Every single one of you on the Marquettes. All of y'all.
And now y'all trying to come and eat her ass like it never happened.
One of the girls that bullied the absolute fuck out of me in high school the other day DM'd me and was like, I got a facial from an esthetician and I think she burnt me. Like, can you please help me? And I was like, you literally made my life living fucking hell. Like, you were the reason I wanted to, like, this is trigger warning, but like, we all know I was very suicidal in high school, but like, you were one of the main reasons I wanted to like off myself. So no, I'm not going to fucking answer your DM. Like, how about an apology first for the hell that you put me through? Yeah. Like, awful. Like, this girl was so mean to me. So mean to me. So mean to me.
Do I know her?
No, you wouldn't know her.
Okay.
Like, she shoved me on stage.
During a performance?
Oh, yeah. And took my spot and was like, no, I was supposed to be there. And like, it was like, I was so proud of this, like, one section of the dance where like I was supposed to be front and center. And she like pushed me out of the way and took my spot.
Doesn't surprise me.
Oh, yeah. And she told everyone I had sex with my brother and that my family's money came from porn. Yeah, so
porn.
I didn't help her. Yeah.
Who was the porn star in your family?
Me.
Oh, my goodness. Not you supporting the bodas.
Y'all are welcome for your ranch and your boat. Put in the work. But anyway, awful. Where was I? Oh, it was great because it was fun to be around supportive people, and it was like having a big fun like sorority group of friends. It was, and everyone was really sweet, and nobody was like fake, and everyone was like who they seemed on Instagram, and they're just so nice.
And it was nice
to like talk about esthetician stuff, you know, because sometimes, you know, when I talk to you, like you don't own a business, so it's like hard. But when you're talking to other like business owners about their business practices and like employees and stuff, and just like getting like clarity and just kind of perspective on like a lot of things. It was just good. It's just good to have a group to talk to that understands what you're going through and like are in the same industry. It's just good. But yeah.
So that was talking about bringing travel
So yeah,
sizes.
bring travel sizes.
I'm also like, I always, doesn't matter where I go, I always have my full size skincare. I don't know why.
Well, because you're on Mostly Face Reality and they don't make travel size.
Oh, that's also true. I didn't think about that.
Which we did talk about at the ambassador meeting. I was like, please make travel sizes. Thank you.
Yeah.
We need them.
It would be nice.
It would be so nice. And then just stay consistent with your skincare, even on vacation, because consistency is key. So it's really, really important to make sure that you are keeping up with your products. I always have people ask, like, I'm going on a trip. Like, do I need to bring all my products? Yes, you do. You're not going to simplify it. You're not going to shorten it. It's just like being like, oh, I'm on vacation. I'm going to like not wear panties and a bra and socks, you know? Like, you know, you have to wear your whole outfit.
Yeah.
You need to wear your whole skincare regimen.
If I went away for a week and I didn't do my skincare regimen,
my skin would be shit.
No, absolutely not.
But
So,
you do need to adjust according to like where you're going. Like if you're going to be in a more dry climate, you might need more moisturizer than normal. If you're going to be in the sun, obviously like maybe don't use as many exfoliating acids in the sun, you know? So things like that are super important to also be mindful of. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I would always bring something for any cuts, burns, or wounds that you might get on vacation. I love the Hydrinity, obviously Hyacin Active we've talked about. The Restorative HA is also great for sunburns. I did get a little burn on my back in Florida because my mom didn't do great with my sunscreen application because it was windy. And I put it on there and it healed in a day.
oh, wow.
It was so quick.
Like better than aloe.
Oh my God, yeah. And it doesn't burn. It was so good. It's expensive compared to aloe, but
That is true.
cleared it quicker than aloe ever could. So it was really good. I think that's it. That's all my travel tips. Can you think of any?
No. Anytime I travel, I just do my skincare routine. And I mean, I feel like the biggest thing is most people are going to be going to, actually maybe not, but I feel like tropical places are a popular destination, and you want to keep your skin protected more than anything. But honestly, summer months create peel season because...
Yeah, I'd be out of a job.
Yeah, if people didn't go to the beach, no one would have hyperpigmentation after every summer.
Yep.
So, I mean, you're going to get some pigment. Like, it's really hard to avoid, but you want to do your best to prevent what you're getting.
Yeah, any excess for sure.
So I feel like now we're going to get into some juicy questions.
Juicy.
You need to tell me where to start.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to ask them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are for you.
They're for me?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't say that part.
Question for you, Tyler. Do you consider yourself a sexual person, or are you sex adverse like Savanna? I don't like that they called me sex adverse.
Savanna and I are pretty similar.
Yeah.
It's not like we hate sex.
No.
It's just like not something that's
on our mind. We're not horn dogs.
No.
Okay. Question for Tyler. Tell the story of losing your virginity. Weren't you like 3?
Oh my God, no. It was like the summer between 8th grade and freshman year.
So young.
Or, 8th grade and freshman year, sophomore year.
Was it like romantic? Did you have like candles?
No.
Was it like planned?
Not at all.
Was it just spontaneous?
Yeah. Not dating.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's it. We were at my parents were
you did it at your house?
My parents were, so my parents have a like summer home-ish type thing in upstate New York in the Adirondacks.
Okay,
and
slay, Mr. Summer I Turned Pretty vibes.
Well, no. It's not like the Hamptons. It's just like where my mom grew up. And so she has 2 properties up there.
Coastal cutie.
So my parents will go there. Like my mom will go there for like a month or like a month and a half or sometimes even 2 months during the summer because it's like way less hot up there and she gets to see her family and stuff like that. And so, but usually like because she's there so long, a lot of the time she likes to drive because she doesn't want to rent a car for 2 months and then she doesn't want to like not have
her car,
any means to get around. So she'll drive up. So like my dad will drive up with her and then like stay for like a week or two and then fly back home.
Get to the fucking.
And then
I want to hear.
okay, so basically my parents were both gone for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So all me and my friends were like just staying at my house, and my brother went too.
Mm-hmm.
It was during the summer. But I hate going there. It's like in the middle of nowhere. It's awful, so I don't go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we were just like having like my friends were at no.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
That never happened.
Okay.
But so we were just like doing like, your little typical shenanigans.
spin the bottle?
Shit. No. It was just like we probably had drinks. We probably had weed. At my house, we have like a pool and an arbor and a TV. So like just
I'm writing
hanging
down
out.
notes, so don't leave Cyrus alone. Go to upstate New York.
And then, yeah, it was like 2 a.m.
Was it magical?
No, I don't even remember.
Was that the
really.
moment you knew that you didn't like women?
No, because I clearly dated someone until I was after graduating high school.
It wasn't her.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Aw.
So yeah, just like 2 a.m. Like.
Did it ever
you
happen
up
again after that?
with that person?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it was just a one time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because I didn't actually really like her.
He just wanted to get his dick wet. Men, all the same.
No.
Well, that's beautiful.
Just.
It's actually not. I wish it was
sounded
more
like-
magical for you. Mine wasn't
fine.
magical either.
I don't think anyone says.
Well, I think there's some
I think the
people.
majority of people, it's not.
Yeah.
I think that's like a general thing. Like, it's not good the first time you do it.
Yeah. Well, my juicy question is the story of when I lost my virginity.
Oh, okay, good.
So I wasn't going to leave you hanging because they asked me to.
Okay.
There's so many versions of this story. There's
What do you mean there's so many versions? There's one version.
Well, I mean, like, it's just the level of detail. Like, I could do like mild,
Oh.
moderate, or like severe. But severe, I would have done like a year ago. So this was a bad time for you to ask me this question because now it's going to be very moderate because I'm married and have a child and grown. But how I wish I could tell the severe version. So it was prom night, but I wasn't in prom. I was a freshman. And there was this boy, my first love.
So you're a freshman and you tell me I'm young?
Okay.
What?
I wasn't planning on it, though. Mine wasn't
Neither was
planned.
mine.
It wasn't a planned sex scheme, okay? Like, it just happened because he told me that, like, if I didn't give up my goods, he'd get his goods from somewhere else, and I loved him.
You thought you loved him.
No, I loved him.
You did not love him. I can almost guarantee that you didn't love him.
I swear on my son's life, I loved this man, okay? Loved.
Okay, go on.
He was my first love.
Okay.
Okay. He's in prison now. R.I.P.
Wait. Starts with a D?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, literally, I was like,
No, yeah,
I've
she probably did love him, actually. Now that
No,
I thought it was someone different.
no, I was like in love with him.
No, okay, yeah.
I was like obsessed.
I'm sorry for doubting you.
Like, it was like one of the most traumatic experiences of my life.
Yep.
Okay. So anyways, so the story goes, wow, should we just like get into like Savannah's like love life? Okay. So the story goes, she was a boy. Wait, he
No.
was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious?
She was a girl, he was a boy.
Yeah.
She had it backwards.
Oh.
She was a boy, he was a girl.
Wait, is that how it goes?
No.
How's it go? He was a boy, she was a girl?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we're not.
Yeah, he was a boy.
Okay, anyways.
Okay.
The story goes, okay, Spanish class, okay? Met him in Spanish class, and he was like the bad boy, and I was like very cute freshman year, okay? All the boys wanted me. I was like the hot girl.
She got her tits earlier than anyone else.
Yeah, I had double D's freshman year, and I was blonde and flexible and preppy and cute and innocent. And
She wasn't in her Gage's emo goth era yet.
I was like in my like Abercrombie Hollister, Sperry's, Vera Bradley like era. I was cute, okay? And all the boys liked me and I always got attention. And any boy that I liked always liked me back. Always. Until him.
As they should. Oh,
Until him.
okay.
He was not interested. And like I flirted because he sat behind me. So I like flirted with him one day and he was like just like had his AirPods in, like didn't give a fuck about me. And I was like,
Okay, a challenge.
I was like, alrighty, I'm going to make this boy like me. And then I felt like in love with him because he was so mysterious. And I thought he just smoked weed, but he didn't. He actually was on a very hard drug, which I didn't know until later on, which made me really sad because I was in love with him. But anyway, he was in love with this other girl who was like a little bit more seen. And I was like, why does he not like want me? Like, I am just like such a sweet little innocent blossom of energy. And like, I'd go hang out with him and he'd always be like, hi. And I was like always sober. And everyone thought it was like really weird that we were together. Like, we dated, but like, he wasn't like officially my boyfriend because he like would be like, it was just like, he was a fuck boy. Okay. He was a fuck boy. And he'd be like, you up? And I would just be like, oh, yes. And then he'd be like, let's hang. And my parents would be like, your curfew's 10:30. So he'd pick me up at like 10:15. And then he would just ride on a circle of our neighborhood, just like smoking his little joint. And then I'd just be like sitting there like this, like all quiet and like just looking at him. And then he dropped me off and that was about it. Anyways, and so then it's prom night and I'm hanging out with my friend and he's like drunk or on whatever drugs he would do at the time. And was like, come over to my friend's house and like hang out with me. And then he was like, you should spend the night with me here. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in love with him. I would love to spend the night with him. So I said yes. And then we were cuddling. And then
Whose
he was
house
like,
did you say you were sleeping over at? Just a
Mia,
friend?
who actually is a friend of mine still, who does my like
Oh,
photography stuff for
yeah.
me. She actually ratted me out to my mom. This is a whole story. It was awful. That bitch. I'm just kidding. I love you, Mia. Thank you for that. My mom, though, thought it was like dad because it was prom night. You know, people drink on prom night. And I like wasn't answering my phone. So I like shut it off because they tracked me on Life 360 and I just wanted to be with him.
Not Life 360.
Yeah, it was bad. Anyways, but it was pretty traumatic because I like wasn't ready to have sex. And he was like, if you don't have sex with me, like the other girl that he liked more than me, he was like, I'll just go have sex with her. And I was like, no, please.
I'll
Let me do it. And so, I mean, he was on drugs, so it was like limp. So I don't really know if I count that as my first time because like it was attempted, but like it didn't
come to fruition.
I mean, like, I feel like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't know if it counts.
Okay.
You know?
Do you count it personally?
It was the first time I was ever intimate with someone like that. So I would say like it was an attempted attempt.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like, it's semantics. Like, does it count like if it's shoved in you, but then...
I think if something was in you...
Yeah, it happened.
Okay, well...
So it happened. But anyway, then I found out he was like on heroin. And then my mom actually busted through the front door of this person's house and was like, where's my daughter? And like came up and like swung at him and was like, stay the fuck away from my daughter. Never talk to her again. And then he didn't talk to me ever again. And then like the next week he was sent to rehab for heroin. And then I had no idea he was on heroin. And then I was like, that's probably why his dick was so limp.
Probably.
From the opioids.
And now he's in jail.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, but that wasn't the end of our love saga. We rekindled our flame like in high school. Oh. Later on in high school. There's a lot with this man. But anyways, he was my first love. And that was my virginity story.
Interesting. See, it's never good.
It's never good.
That's what I'm saying. It's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably worse than
what you went through.
Average.
Because I like, at least I wish it was someone that like I cared about.
My mom didn't bust in.
Yeah, and then be like, never talk to my daughter again. And then you like just lost your virginity. And then you can't even talk to like the love of your life anymore. And you're like
that's
14 or 15 and like your life feels like it's over.
Yeah, no, mine just like wasn't good.
Yeah, it was really bad. It's really bad. But that's my virginity story. Let me see if there's any other juicy stories on here.
But like, I don't view virginity as some like coveted important thing.
I think it is. It's your purity.
No, I don't think so. I was doing like, you can do other shit without doing it. That's why like I don't view like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, what, you could like do everything else under the sun with a million men, but as long as you're a virgin, it's fine. Like, it's like, I think virginity is stupid. I don't think it's like that much more special than.
But like, I feel like it is
being intimate in other ways.
Because that's the only way you can get pregnant.
Well, that's just biology. I don't think that makes it.
So you're saying all the holes are the same?
I'm just saying, like,
You
I
don't
don't think
that
it's...
one hole's more special than another hole? No, I'm serious.
I'm just saying I don't... Obviously, it's more intimate, but I'm saying I
Because
don't
then
think
that'd
it's
be
like...
like masturbation is losing your virginity.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm not saying it's not further than the other things, but I'm saying I don't think it gets on this like pedestal. I don't view it as like, this mountain that's like...
Well, you're a boy.
Yeah, that's probably...
If you had a
part of
vagina,
it.
you'd feel different.
Okay, maybe.
I think it's like a special thing, but it makes me sad. My virginity story is sad
Yeah, it's not
because it
great.
was out of guilt and like pressure, and it wasn't because I like was ready. It was because I was scared that he would. And I feel like a lot of women lose their virginity that way out of like pure. Like I had many times people and like just boyfriends in the past too that like if I didn't put out like that they were, it's like just so manipulative and shitty, and like to say that to somebody like, oh well, if you're not going to do it, then I'll just go have sex with somebody else or go do this with somebody else, And so I think that's like something that a lot of like women go through, and men too, in any relationship. So I think that's like hard
Yeah.
and sad, super sad. And like to me, it's like inadvertently kind of like rape, pressure like that. So I've had times where I've been intimate with people that I didn't want to be intimate with out of like guilt, because I'm such a people pleaser. I've talked about this on the podcast before, but like, when you're like, just making out with a guy and then they're like, oh, like got blue balls, so you're not gonna like finish it and like make you feel bad.
That's...
And then you grow up and you realize that blue balls aren't like really like that big of a deal. Like go fucking rub one out, dude. Like, sorry, sucks to fucking suck. Like I'm not causing you like terminal cancer. Like you're gonna be okay.
It's just predatory behavior.
Yeah. Which I think now is being more exposed. But they're definitely like I would at least say 5 or 6 people on my body count that like I definitely like did not want to do it, but I did out of pressure because I felt bad and I was like, oh, like this is my fault. Like I turned you on. Like I have to follow through.
That's so fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's a hard situation.
Well,
Let's take a turn from travel skincare.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what to name this episode.
Travel skincare / virginity stories.
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, follow-up question. Have you ever had sex on a plane?
No.
Sex in a car?
Yeah.
Sex in a shower?
Yeah.
Sex in a park?
No.
Sex on a bench?
Nope.
Sex in a movie theater?
No. Not full sex.
Not full sex?
Like not like sex. Done other
Crazy.
things. In a pool.
You know what's a question I get skincare related about sex? Should you do your skincare before or after sex? And the question is after because of the sweating. Oh, the answer is after.
Yeah, for sure after.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why would you do it before?
I don't know. Just been asked that question.
Take a shower after.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to pee after, shower after, wash your face after, and definitely.
But
this is your sign. If you are a virgin, don't lose your virginity. Ever.
Just
die a virgin.
No, literally go throw it away. Because the thing is it's never good on the first time. So you just need to get it out of the way and then...
Do it with the love of your life and make sure it's special and make sure they light candles and buy you flowers first. Do it on your wedding night. I have regrets. I wish that I had stayed a virgin up until...
You probably wouldn't be married right now if you had stayed a virgin until you were going to get married.
No, yeah, Lance would not have married me.
Well, I'm just saying the fact that, like, you getting pregnant expedited the whole process in the first place.
No, I would have been married. We were already planning on getting engaged.
Yeah, that's true.
We already had the ring before I found out I was pregnant because we were going to get engaged in June in Vegas at the skin show.
Yeah.
And then Cyrus came in March. My pregnancy announcement came in March.
I'm glad. Did you want it at the skin show?
Not at the skin show, but like in Vegas.
Would you want it in Vegas?
At the time I did.
Oh.
Old Savannah, yeah. New Savannah would have wanted it on the Amalfi Coast.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But like I didn't have that kind of money then.
Yeah.
And he didn't have that kind of money then. So
but
Vegas sounded great.
Well, we have different opinions on this.
It's okay, you whore.
Okay. I'm not a whore. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm not like some like...
It's just different when you're a girl.
Maybe. but I also think like if you only have like one partner, like probably the experience is
No,
probably
I
not
think you
gonna
should
be as good.
experience everybody's penis and see which
Everybody,
one.
everybody.
I think you should. Everyone you meet, you should see what it's like.
I think this is over now.
No, I
We're
don't.
going off the rails a little too much.
I think you guys, at the end of the day, you have to do what feels right with you.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
don't feel bad if you didn't have a special first time. And you are right. It doesn't have to be special. And I think girls, you know, we have this workup that like we lead up to and like all this pressure that like your first time has to be special and perfect and like the movies. And most of the time it's probably going to be with a heroin addict.
I'm just saying like it, like especially like because most people are doing it younger, you know what I mean? So like the guys are not gonna know what the fuck they're doing. They're probably gonna treat you like a jackhammer, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna be good.
So
it's
scary.
like, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man,
you're like,
but
it's
just
like a
don't
little
feel bad.
teenage
Like
boy.
mine
Like,
was my
yeah.
first time was awful. Okay, like it was literally awful. Probably like top 10 worst things. Probably if you compared a lot of people's first time, I feel like mine would be probably up there. Tyler seems like just like a normal teenage experience of just like a random "hey you up" 2 a.m. text, but
Yeah.
you know, it's okay.
Yep.
Do it when you want to do it, or never.
Or never. 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
Just make sure you buy the window seat and keep the window shut
Yep.
and reapply your sunscreen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's all.
We love you guys.
We love you guys.
Hope you guys enjoyed this derail from travel skincare tips. I feel like it was like 2% travel skincare tips.
And like 80% penetration.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So,
That's just the beauty of the podcast.
yeah. And it's funny. Honestly, we should keep it just travel skincare tips. And then like it's a nice little surprise.
They'll just be like, whoa, what happened at 18 minutes?
No, yeah, exactly. It'll be funny that way.
Okay, perfect.
So we love you guys. We will see you next week for another beautiful Monday and have a
Yeah.
good rest of your week.
Yeah.
Bye,
Lose
y'all.
your virginity tonight. Or don't.
I feel like your demographic is not people
Lost,
who...
probably everyone's already lost their virginity.
Like, I
They're
think
like,
you're-
bitch, I'm 40 with 5 kids. But if you are
But
13
okay.
and listening, don't lose your virginity tonight.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I hope no 13-year-olds listen to this. I mean, I hope they do, but
Apparently,
I also
my
hope they don't.
87-year-old grandma listens to this.
Can you see demographics on... Oh, yeah. I don't even think they can
Well,
have a
this is
Spotify
18
account.
plus. This is 21 plus, actually.
Oh, yeah, your podcast is rated explicit.
Yeah. So,
It makes sense.
I mean, bitch, have you heard of the podcast, Tyler?
Oh, that does make sense. So,
Okay.
anyways, signing off, your co-host Tyler Jacoby.
And stop.
Bye.